Its people invented writing and the first laws. They devised units of time and mapped the stars. They even created, as far-fetched as it might seem, the first ice stores in what is now desert. In its first 200 years, their city grew tenfold. The new concept of civic life allowed their population to explode to such an extent that, in time, their lands could no longer bear the burden of the demands for food and water placed upon it. Uruk's once fertile plains in time became a barren, wind-scarred landscape, and its people could no more have foreseen this desertification nor the abandonment of their city than their scribes have envisaged the works of Shakespeare or their soldiers the horrors wrought on their lands by the wars of recent years. Much like the people of Uruk, we live in a time of brilliant innovators which has brought about vast increases in our numbers. Between 1950 and 2020, the population of the world's largest city, Tokyo, has tripled to 34.4 million people. In the same period, cities like Houston, Texas, and Sydney, Australia, have broadly kept pace, tripling in size. Meanwhile, Sao Paulo, Brazil, has quintupled in size in this time frame, while Lagos, Nigeria, now home to 14.3 million, has swollen by a staggering 43 times. In fact, the global population as a whole has more than tripled since 1950, from 2.5 to 7.7 billion people. Much of this has to do with the obvious strides humanity has taken in its ability to provide itself with food and health care. But hidden away behind the food we eat and the medicine we take is an infrastructure based on ice, air cooling, and refrigeration, none of which we had as little as 200 years ago, and certainly not on the industrial scale of today. We have placed ice deeply within the vital systems of our global society to such an extent that it has supercharged our species in ways, like the scribes of Uruk, we can scarcely imagine. It cools our drinks, it stores our food, it cools our houses. We use it in sport, in medicine, in technological innovation. We even use the detection of its presence to explore the universe. Our use of it is changing us, as once did its elemental opposite, fire. When I began to think about this book, I had one humble and unanswerable question, though we'll get as close as I can to one in Chapter 3. When did ice first appear in the cocktail? Historical cocktail recipe books take its presence for granted, but once there, its ubiquity renders it unremarkable. When you start looking for it, you begin to see ice and its related technologies everywhere, and equally unremarked upon. And this begs a question. If the fictional Allie Fox was right, and ice is indeed civilization, what might be the price for it that Enki demands we pay? Chapter 1. Life in the Freezer. Ice is a serial killer. It's not that it wants you dead. It is, after all, inanimate. But given the right conditions and enough time, it will end you. This is how. When the cold first takes hold of you, your body starts to shiver. Anyone who has lived through a harsh winter will have felt this, safe in the knowledge that they can go back inside in a little while and all will be well. But each shiver is an involuntary action designed to generate heat, burning energy in the short term to keep you warm. Alongside the shivering, you'll notice your fingers and toes numbing, again involuntarily. Your hypothalamus has taken charge, drawing blood away from your peripheries to hold as much warmth within your core as possible. Think of this as the cold trying to buy you a drink at the bar. It hasn't yet offered you a lift home. As your temperature continues to drop, your shivering increases, and you won't notice how gradually your coordination begins to drift, nor that your speech has become slurred. You will not grasp that most of the things you say